everyone. It's Lance Klessig with Winona County Soil and Water Conservation District, and we're here today with Richard Ahrens, who owns some land up out of Altura, Minnesota, and also Steve Pearson from Pearson Backhoe out of St. Charles. So again, we are about 2 miles from the Whitewater. The little town of Beaver is just west of us here, and then the mighty Mississippi River is only about 10 miles east of us here. So that's where we are in the watershed. Richard, tell us a little bit about the crops you grow and how big a farm you have here.
Oh, we have a 340-acre farm here. We raise corn and hay crops, and we have cattle here.
Awesome, awesome. So we are here on the tails of completing this erosion control dam, and we had 2 8-foot active gullies. You can kind of see where that blue pipe is there, and then there's one back towards where the pickups are parked. 2 active gullies working their way up into the field. So Richard's been losing some cropland. We keep having to farm around them. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what it took to build this dam. Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the steps as you as the contractor that we did here?
Well, we looked at this site about a year to 2 years ago doing some other structures up here for Richard. And we came to this site and we grubbed out about an acre of trees and just some undergrowth. Stripped the topsoil so we could reuse that. Came in and we installed this controlled intake pipe. Okay, and after the pipe was in, then we came in and we built our dam out of clay here and put a 240-foot diversion going up so we could catch the other water run as well. And those all come to this controlled intake. When that was all done and checked out, then we came in and we seeded this down, mulched it, and this all just got done within the last couple days, so
right.
It turned out real well.
I would agree. And we caught it right before we just had a rain 2 days ago, so Steve and his son Tate and then Jordan, their crew, were here to get this done timely fashion. It worked out really well, given the weather we've had. So again, a couple purposes here. We're reducing the flooding, and that really doesn't affect Richard here, but it affects everybody downstream, and we're also controlling the erosion here that's coming off the cropland. We're going to talk a little bit more about that here in a second. So 2 phases of this project. One is to build the dam itself, and you can see it behind us here, but then also to talk with the operator here about reducing our tillage, trying to go no-till, and also incorporating cover crops on as many acres as possible. So we really are after incorporating the soil health principles. There's 6 soil health principles. A couple of them are having a live root 24/7, all the time having a live root in the soil, and also armoring the soil. Those are 2 really key things. And then also incorporating livestock back on the land. That's a 3rd one. So Richard, tell us a little bit about your perspective. You've worked with Steve on, this is number 3 or 4?
Well, this is the 4th project we've done.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about how you've liked working with them, or if you've not liked working with them, tell us that too.
Well, no, I like working with them. I think these guys work like a well-oiled machine. It's just a joy to watch them working together and get things done before the next shower comes.
That's right, that's right.
And they work right at it and get it done.
That's right.
That's what's important.
Yep. Yeah, you guys, Steve and his crew shows up, and if we get a good week, a project like this can basically be banged out in a week with 3-4 guys on the job and just really working well together. So we also want to just say thank you to our funding partners, because this is not possible. A project of this scope and scale is not possible without some outside assistance. So Clean Water Funds from the state of Minnesota, but also our local county board here, our Winona County board, both contributed funds to help Richard to do this project. And so projects like this typically are cost shared around the 50 to 75% mark. So that means that Richard has still quite a bit of skin in the game, and he's got quite a bit that he's paying for himself. But it is a joint effort. And so again, we're here today to showcase the partnership between the 3 of us, as Richard as a landowner, Steve as a contractor, as me from Soil and Water, but also all of you as taxpayers, because ultimately we all need food to live off of. A lot of us are also connected to the mighty Mississippi River watershed, so we're all in this together. And so we're trying to just tell our story of what's happening here out of Altura, Minnesota. And again, we're really wanting to benefit the land, but also decrease flooding. Think structures like this and adding cover crops, they really do help us decrease flooding, and we're getting more and more heavy rain events. So I'd encourage you, if you've liked this video, to consider subscribing to our videos, our YouTube channel. And just behalf of Winona County Soil and Water Conservation District, Richard, I just want to say thank you for the interview today.
Thank you for the help.
Steve,
You bet.
appreciate it. And thanks everyone for joining us, and choose to make it a great day.